Welcome back to, oops, welcome back to Krista's Beautiful Joy Ani, scrapping my own private Idaho, and I am working on my Krista's Beautiful Life, and today I have this fun sketch, and it has a place for 13 pictures. So I'm going to show you the sketch, and then I am going to show you the base page that I made to go with it. So I apologize for not having this printed out. I did print it out, but of course I lost it immediately, and my printer is angry and is probably going to have to go to the printer doctor. So I did my high-tech thing of turning it off and on, and it still is not wanting to do what I want it to do. So how I started off this layout is, first of all, this layout works great with a base page. And base pages have been all the rage. There are a lot of people that are doing a lot with base pages, and if you have been with Close to My Heart, they had something that was called a level 1 and level 2 scrapbooking. And the level 1 was basically they gave you a base page. And so this is the base page that I had, and I added the stickers. This is a very old scrapbooking pack that I had. It was called Blue Ribbon, and I've added new elements to it. This was from Hello Darling, and also the journaling. You can see that I'm doing a lot of journaling on this one because I had a lot to say because it was all about the 4th of July, and that is one of my favorite holidays, especially when I managed to get to Oregon and Independence, which is like the 4th of July capital of the world. Not really, but it does have the largest parade, second largest parade in the state of Oregon, and it is a tiny, tiny little town, so they really outdo themselves with that. So I'll show you another base page. So this is another example of a base page, and these came with the level 1 kits, and they're great to use for things like that. So I always kind of concentrate on what is it about this sketch that makes it unique. And in this sketch, you can see what makes this so unique is all the pictures that are on here. In fact, you see very little of the paper, even though the paper is super cute. Very little of the paper is showing because really the pictures are doing the heavy lifting on this particular sketch. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And like I said, I've kind of pre-laid this out because I did not want to spend forever gluing things down. And so what I did was, you can see from this sketch, they had this little title, and I have used my PML for a title, and it works perfectly for this. So I'm going to go ahead, and you can see that the first thing that they have is they have a row of 4 pictures, kind of going all little cockeyed. So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the first one is kind of straight, and you can see that I've added a little bit of base. This is also a great way to use up any scraps of paper, or if you just have a little bit of paper left and you wanted to make a layout like this is perfect. So when I'm looking at my sketch, which I have to look at my phone, and my phone keeps timing me out, it's very annoying. So this one kind of comes up at the stop, and they had torn paper, but I have this really cool sticker that is very 4th of July-ish, and Close to My Heart originally, before there were sticker sheets, they had something called stickies, and there were 4 sheets of stickers, and it was before Cricut was used a lot, and so often they would have the stickies would be an alphabet set, and so you can see that I put that on both sides, and instead of what they have. And so I'm going to go ahead and set. And this was I loved in the olden days. The packs were much bigger, so you really got a lot of value, and they had all these stickers. There were a lot of stickers in the paper pack. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I'm kind of overlapping how there's some parts of my pictures that I don't mind covered up. and some that I do. And so and I do have pictures covered up of cute little children that do not belong to me. So, and this is right in front of my, so for years, until I moved to the state of Idaho, I had not missed a parade. I'd missed one parade when my ex was in the military and we were in upstate New York. But other than that, I had never missed a 4th of July parade for like 30 some years. So, not living in Oregon for the 4th of July, that is my favorite time to run and see everybody. And they are very patriotic. And so, and then this pack had all these fun little places, and I'm not a big embellisher, but they really made it easy for me to know where to put things. So they have a circle here. They have a little circle up here. Well, I'm going to put, first of all, I'm going to put this one that says parade because they are at the parade. So I'm going to put this little sticker and it's perfect. So one side of this is us watching the parade, and then the other side is us, so this one kind of goes in here like that. The other side is us having the barbecue, and my nephew invites the whole known world. Probably, it's not an exaggeration when I say he probably barbecues and has probably 50 to 75 people come over for the barbecue, and I guess that's the benefit of having being in the same town as you grew up in. So I'm going to put this for a barbecue because he is the champion barbecuer, and it is my favorite time to visit. I'm very happy living in Idaho, but on the 4th of July, I really miss living in Oregon. For one, it's not that it's never hot on the 4th of July in Oregon. It is not 105. There are parades in the state of Idaho. I don't want to say that there's not, and actually there's a cute one close to my hometown, but I tell you, when it gets past 100 degrees, I just cannot. And the 4th of July tends to be one of the hottest days of the year. But guaranteed, if I decide that I'm going to go for the 4th of July someplace else, then it will be cool down. So then I have all of these things, and that is my layout for that. And this layout gets 13 different pictures. So that is fantastic. So then the next one, they have like a 4-inch circle. I figure it's 4 inches. And I've also put the base page, and with this base page, I just kind of added a lot, and some of the pictures are linked together. I layered this with the sticker sheets. There's all kinds of things on here. But I would like to thank her name is Stiles. I believe it's so. I wasn't going to forget her name, and now I have. And we're just going to put pictures here. We had so much fun. So after we went to the parade, my nephew said, well, you can come over to our house because my neighbors really are into fireworks. Well, we were about a mile from their house, and we looked up and all these fireworks were going, and come to find out that was their neighbors. They must have had, there were several neighbors in that particular neighborhood, and they had so many. But of course the funnest, that's grammatically correct. The best thing is when all the little kids are getting their the sparklers out. So you can just see that I'm kind of putting them at an angle, and these pictures are about 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 by 3. I'm not really happy. I've been very happy with my Epson. This batch I changed the ink, and I think I'm going to have to, somebody suggested I probably need to, you can run a, not a program or app, you can run this thing and it will clear my, I need to do something with my because the pictures aren't as clear as they were. You can see, of course, this one turned out nice, and that one's not bad. So, but when I first changed it over, which I probably should have done more practicing, some of these are not but as great, but they were taken at night, so there's that. Okay, so now I'm going to look on here and make sure that I have embellished the way I was going to. On these stickers, I cut these out in circles and kind of layered them up by putting them on different colors. So I'll show you the sticker sheet I got from them. So if there was this star, I would cut out a circle. You'll have to excuse my dog. Well, she's not my dog, she's my grand dog. She barks for absolutely no reason. Okay, so this circle, I have this one that goes right here. Maybe I am going to get company. If I am, I'll just kind of sign off. So it looks like we're going to have a bark-a-rama here. I'm going to put this circle here. I'm going to put the small one here, and I'm going to trim that one off. And I have this large one that is going to go right here, and that's going to go between the two pages. So I'm going to put the two pages together and remove the sticker part to it so that it kind of gives that continuity. I also, this little piece right here, I added that with stickers as well. And I made a boo-boo, so I had to put a sticker here. So I'll show you all these stickers. So if you have a Close to My Heart stash, break this one out. It is all kinds of fun. So it's called Blue Ribbon, and this is what the sticker sheet looks like. Well, I hope you will like and subscribe to my channel. I hope you'll try this sketch if you have a lot of pictures. The original sketch, I believe they had there was 3 or 4 here, so there was like 16 photos and lots of places to journal. And of course, I will be journaling as soon as my Epson wants to work with me. I will print. I'm going to try the vellum, printing on vellum, because I've decided I'm really going to work on journaling, especially since this is for my nephew and his family, and just to kind of get those stories down, how long we've actually followed this tradition of going to the parade. Anyway, I will talk to you later. Thanks so much. Bye.